That's a big one as well for Bowles. Back corner of the end zone.
In football, there are moments when a player steps into the spotlight and instantly shows that the stage isn't too big for them. Some athletes wait years for that opportunity. Others seize it the moment it arrives. During the 2026 Pro Bowl, rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders made it clear which category he belongs in. Against elite competition and under the brightest lights, Sanders delivered a performance that turned heads across the league. He didn't just participate, he stood out. With sharp accuracy, arm strength, and calm decision-making, he connected on multiple touchdown throws and proved he could thrive alongside some of the NFL's most established quarterbacks. What made Sanders' Pro Bowl showing so impressive was the context. Despite being one of the youngest players on the field, he looked completely comfortable running the offense. While veterans like Joe Flacco and Joe Burrow shared snaps for the AFC North squad, Sanders never appeared overwhelmed. Instead, he embraced the opportunity and played with confidence. The structure of the Pro Bowl allowed quarterbacks to rotate throughout the game, giving each passer a chance to contribute. For the AFC North, the rotation featured Burrow, Flacco, and Sanders. Burrow opened the game and set the tone before handing things off. When Flacco entered, however, the momentum stalled after an interception gave the opposing team favorable field position. That shift opened the door for Sanders, and what followed changed the energy of the game. Called into action with pressure mounting, Sanders took control deep in the red zone. On a critical snap, he delivered his first touchdown pass of the day. Facing a closing defense, he stood firm in the pocket and fired a perfectly placed throw to wide receiver Bowles. The pass was threaded into a tight window, landing exactly where only Bowles could reach it. The receiver secured the catch in the end zone, finishing a beautifully executed scoring play. What elevated the throw even further was Sanders' ability to sell the defense. His eyes and upper body movement suggested the ball was headed to the opposite side of the field. Defenders reacted, shifting their coverage just enough. In that split second, Sanders reset and redirected the pass to the left, exploiting the space Bowles had gained. It was a clear demonstration of his field awareness, composure, and football intelligence. And he wasn't finished. Not long after that first score, Sanders delivered another highlight that drew even more attention. This time, the difficulty level increased. As the offense moved downfield, Sanders dropped back, drifted slightly to his right, and launched a deep pass toward the far corner of the end zone. The throw traveled with speed, height, and perfect timing. Wide receiver Higgins tracked the ball and positioned himself exactly where he needed to be. Sanders placed the pass high, but reachable, allowing Higgins to elevate and complete an outstanding catch for the touchdown. The ball placement was precise, not simply thrown toward target, but delivered to a specific spot that maximized the receiver's advantage. That play showcased more than arm strength. It reflected trust. Sanders trusted Higgins to make a play, trusted himself to deliver under pressure, and trusted the moment rather than shying away from it. Those are traits often associated with experienced quarterbacks, not rookies. By the end of his Pro Bowl appearance, Sanders had reinforced two critical aspects of his game. He showed that pressure doesn't shake him, and he proved he's willing to make confident, high-difficulty throws when the situation demands it. With the spotlight fixed firmly on him, there was no hesitation, no fear, only execution. From many observers, this performance shifted the conversation. Questions have been raised about whether Sanders was ready for football's biggest stages. Analyst Emmanuel Aiko was among those who openly doubted if Sanders could handle the intensity of a Super Bowl environment, even suggesting he wouldn't be able to play with full confidence on that level. Sanders didn't respond with words. He responded the only way competitors do, by performing. On the field, against top-tier talent, he delivered when it mattered. And in doing so, he sent a clear message about his readiness, his confidence, and his potential at the highest level of the game.
Yeah. With that being said, Shedeur Sanders, 7 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. How can you go to the Pro Bowl with your chest out? Because it's being watered down by individuals who haven't earned the right to be.
Even with doubts coming from certain critics, Shedeur Sanders' showing in the Pro Bowl made one thing clear. He belongs at this level and is prepared to compete against the best. Throughout the game, he demonstrated calm decision-making, elite ball placement, and confidence in the players around him. Performances like this are what shift opinions and force both fans and analysts to take notice. Sanders displayed the composure, talent, and mindset required to succeed in the NFL, and his Pro Bowl outing further confirmed that he's emerging as one of the league's most promising young quarterbacks.
Because it's a popularity contest. And I left Tampa with 18 picks and like 3 touchdowns and never made a Pro Bowl. As soon as I get to New England, I got a great fan base and now I'm Pro Bowl.
Sanders' impact in the Pro Bowl went far beyond the touchdown passes. What truly stood out was his mental strength and ability to stay locked in regardless of the situation. While the Pro Bowl is often viewed as a relaxed showcase, Sanders treated it as an opportunity to measure himself against elite talent, and he rose to the occasion. Rather than being overwhelmed by the level of competition, he welcomed it and confidently displayed his skill set on a national stage. When looking toward the future, it's hard not to be optimistic about what lies ahead for Shedeur Sanders. His Pro Bowl performance offered a preview of his potential at the professional level. The confidence he played with, combined with his arm talent and precision, explains why he's already being discussed among the league's most intriguing young quarterbacks. As he continues to grow and fine-tune his game, he's clearly positioned to remain in the spotlight for years. Ultimately, Sanders once again made a strong case for himself. His showing at the 2026 Pro Bowl was impressive by every measure. He didn't just connect on multiple scoring throws. He demonstrated poise in pressure moments, the willingness to attempt difficult passes, and trust in his teammates to make plays. Even with skepticism surrounding him, Sanders has firmly placed himself among the NFL's rising young quarterbacks. If he continues on this trajectory, his name is likely to become a familiar one across the league. Now it's your turn. What stood out to you most from Shedeur Sanders' performance in the 2026 Pro Bowl? Do his calm approach and accuracy convince you that he's ready for the NFL's biggest stages? How do you see his career unfolding in the seasons ahead? And what's your take on the doubts surrounding his Super Bowl readiness? Will Sanders keep delivering with confidence and aggression, or will increased pressure eventually test him? Share your thoughts and predictions in the comments. Let's talk about this emerging star.